In this session, we will be learning about what is a bank reconciliation statement (BRS), how to read bank account, cash book as per books, how to read bank statement issued by bank, what is the need for preparing bank reconciliation statement (BRS), what are the advantages of bank reconciliation statement. Let's begin. Bank reconciliation statement. So in layman terms, word reconcile means to restore friendly relations or to make it compatible. For financial purposes, reconcile means to make one consistent with another. So bank reconciliation is a bridge between your bank account as per books and bank statement. Bank reconciliation is as on a specific date, or to be precise, as at a particular point of time. So, before understanding what is a bank reconciliation, let us first understand how to read a bank account as per books. So, this is an example of bank account as per books. Messrs Suhani Limited has started a trading business on 1st Jan 2019. In the books of Messrs Suhani Limited, you have bank account. So you have date, particular voucher number amount, date, particular voucher number amount. So on the left hand side, you have debit. On the right hand side, we have credit. So since the bank is an asset, any addition to the bank account is debited and any reduction in the bank account is credited. So if you notice the left hand side, that is all the debit entries, say to cash account 8 lakhs, to loan from Veena bank account 15 lakhs, to Messrs Sukanya account 1,50,000. So all the entries of the debit side are either receipts or deposits in the bank account. Whereas if you see at the credit side, we have by rent account 20,000, by Pyramid Limited account 1,25,000, by cash account 2,50,000, by Raghav and Sons account 50,000. So all credit side entries are either payments or withdrawals. So on 31st Jan 2019, we have buy balance carried down 20,05,000. So we are carrying it forward as on 1st Feb 2019 to balance brought down 20,05,000. So this is a debit balance, that is a normal balance in the bank account. Since it's an asset, it will have a debit balance. Therefore, all the debit entries will represent either your receipts or deposits, whereas your credit entries will represent payment or withdrawal from a bank account. Now, let's see what is a bank statement and how do we read a bank statement. Now, this is a bank statement of Messrs Suhani Limited from 1st Jan 2019 to 31st Jan 2019. You have bank account number and then other details are date, particular, you have transaction ID or check number, deposits, that is credits, withdrawals, debit and balance. Let's see the first transaction. 2nd Jan 2019, cash deposited. You have check number 123456, deposit 8 lakhs or it is also known as credit, and the balance as on 2nd Jan 2019 is 8 lakhs. Now, when the bank statement is issued by the bank, it is from the bank's point of view. So when we deposit the money in the bank is obliged to pay that money at some point of time. So our account in the bank is like a liability. So all deposits are credited in the bank and all withdrawals are debited in the bank. So if you notice, the effect of the each transaction in the bank statement is opposite of whatever is the effect in our bank account. Let's look at one more transaction here. 5th Jan 2019, Veena Bank loan check. So we have received a loan from Veena Bank and the check number is 351274. Amount is 15 lakhs. So we have received a check of loan and we have deposited it in our bank account. So for bank it is our liability. So there is an increase in the liability. So it will credit our account. Therefore deposits appear on the credit side 15 lakh and balance is 23 lakh as on 5th Jan 2019. Let's see one more transaction. 8 Jan 2019 rent Sindhu check. So we have issued a check to Sindhu for rent. The check number is 516271. Amount is 20,000. Now since we have issued a check, we are making a payment through bank. So from the point of view of bank, the liability has reduced. So they have debited our account by 20,000 and the balance gets reduced to 22,80,000. So this is how the bank statement looks like. Now if you see a balance 20,05,000 credit as on 27 Jan 2019 and it is written as CR. CR means it's a credit balance. So your ordinary balance will be shown as a credit balance in your bank statement. Now let us see our bank account and bank statement together. Now this is the same example. We have bank account here and bank statement here. So now if you look at it, see the transactions on the debit side of bank account. Let's see the amounts. You have 8 lakhs, you have 15 lakhs, you have 1,50,000. Now if you see the bank statement, the same amounts will appear on the credit side of your bank statement or on the deposit side, that is 8 lakh, 15 lakhs and 1,50,000. Similarly, if you look on the credit side of your bank account as per books, you have 20,000, 1,25,000, 2,50,000, 50,000. Now, if you see your bank statement, these amounts appear on the debit side of the bank statement, that is 20,000, 1,25,000, 2,50,000 and 50,000. So, the effect in the bank statement is exactly opposite of whatever is the effect in a bank account as per our books. Now, see the balance. Balance as on 31st Jan 2019 is 20,05,000. Balance carried down is on the credit side. It's a debit balance. If you see the bank statement, the same balance appears as a credit balance in the bank statement. So your debit balance as per bank account will be your credit balance as per bank statement and vice versa. Now, what is the need of bank reconciliation statement? Now, this was a simple example wherein you have all transactions, whatever transactions are present in your bank account as per books, the same transactions are present in the bank statement. But practically, this is not the case. If you take bank account as on a specific date and a bank statement as on a specific date, there will be some differences. There will be some transactions which are recorded in the books, but they are not recorded in the bank statement or vice versa. In that case, we need to prepare a bank reconciliation statement wherein you will be bridging a gap of balance between your bank statement and a bank account. Now let's see what are the reasons for bank reconciliation statement. Why do we need a bank reconciliation statement? Let's see the first one. Check deposited but not cleared. So this is our business and this is Mr. A, our client. We have received a check from Mr. A and we deposited it in the bank. Now generally bank takes 2 to 3 days for clearing. Now as soon as we deposited the check in the bank, we have passed a entry in the books. but since the check is not yet cleared, it's not appearing in the bank statement. Now let's take the next scenario. Direct deposit by third party to bank. Now Mr. A, he is a client. He has deposited money in our bank account directly, but he has forgot to send us the intimation. So, since he has not sent an intimation, we have not recorded this transaction in the books of account, but the same transaction will appear in the bank. Let's take the next scenario. Interest credited by bank but intimation not received. So in computerized system, say this is our bank account and we have some FDs and other deposits with the bank. So in computerized system, at the end of every month or quarter, the interest will automatically get credited to your bank account. But say we have not received an intimation from the bank for the interest, then this interest will be appearing in our bank statement. But since we have not received an intimation, it won't be in your bank account as per books. Next, dividend credited to bank directly but intimation not received. Now this is same as the interest. Okay, so there is some dividend which has been credited to the bank, but for the same dividend we have not received the intimation, so it's not recorded in our books of accounts. Next, check issued but not presented for the payment. Now this is our business and this is Mr. A. So we have issued him a check for a rent. Now Mr. A has not deposited the same in his bank. So what will happen is once we issue the check, the entry for the same will appear in our books of account, that is bank account in our books. But since Mr. A has not deposited the check in the bank, or say Mr. A has deposited the check in the bank but it has not been cleared as on that particular day, that is not presented for payment, so it won't appear in your bank statement. Next, interest and other charges directly debited by bank. Now there may be some interest or some other charges as per the agreement with the bank and bank has directly debited it. But since we are not sure of the amount or we have not received an intimation, they are not recorded in the books of accounts. Next, direct payments by bank. Now direct payment, sometimes a business may intimate the bank to make certain payment, say electricity bills or rent or regular payment, salaries. So direct payments are done by the bank, and say if we don't get an intimation from the bank, these direct payments will be recorded in the bank statement but it won't be recorded in our books of accounts. Fixed deposit matured and amount with the interest credited to the bank. Say there is some FD which is matured and amount is directly credited by the bank. It will appear in your bank statement but it won't appear in the books of accounts. Now apart from all this, there is one more reason. Let's see. Errors in the bank account as per books or errors in the bank statement. Now sometimes there can be errors in our bank account as per books. Either it can be an error of omission, that is the entry is not at all passed or entry is wrongly passed in the books of accounts. Now similarly there can be errors in the bank statement. For example, say bank has charged some amount wrongly to our account or debited some charges which are no more required to be borne by us in our account. So in that case, what will happen is these errors will understand it through bank reconciliation statement, and this error need to be rectified. If it is in the bank account as per books, we need to rectify it in the books, or if the error is in the bank statement, we need to intimate the bank regarding that error and we have to get it rectified by the bank. Now let us see what are the advantages of bank reconciliation statement. Advantages of bank reconciliation statement. So first advantage is rectifying the errors. As we have already discussed, if there is some error in our bank account as per books or bank statement, we have to rectify it according to your bank reconciliation statement. Next is detect fraud. Say if there are certain checks which are shown as issued. Okay, say suppose a business wants to record fake expenses. They say the checks are issued, but since they are fake checks, they won't be presented for payment. So same checks won't appear in your bank statement. So this might help to detect a fraud. Similarly, say if a particular business wants to show more income in a particular period of time, what they can do is they can say this fake checks are received by us. So if say there are many checks which are received but not deposited in the bank, then they will appear only in books of accounts, they won't appear in the bank statement. So if you apply due diligence, then you would be able to detect fraud by looking at a bank reconciliation statement. Now this was all about basics of bank reconciliation statement. Thank you.